Hello, and welcome to Memorize Exercise with Good News at Work. The powerful verse for this exercise is from Proverbs 16:3. If you've ever felt uncertain about your plans or wondered if you are headed in the right direction, this verse has a promise just for you. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." Isn't that a great reminder? Whatever you do, no matter how big or small, when you commit it to God, He will guide your steps and make your plans succeed. We are going to go through some repetitive exercises and play a game to help you practice memorizing this scripture. You can repeat the exercise as much as you want. Let's repeat the verse. Say the words you remember out loud or in your head. The more you say the words, the more likely they'll stay in your memory. Let's review the full verse again. This time, focus on the flow of the message that centers around the words commit, whatever, and establish. Commit, whatever, establish. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Great job. Let's do it one more time. This time, we will change the rhythm. So really focus in on the actual words. You ready? Commit to the Lord, whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord, whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord, whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Awesome. To commit to something means to entrust it fully. It's like giving God the control over your plans and saying, I trust you with my future. And then when we do that, God promises to establish our plans. He will direct our steps and make sure we're on the right path. Let's break this verse into two sections and work on some repetition with the smaller parts. Say the words that you remember each time and try to see the words in your mind. What does the word look like? How is it spelled? Treat each word as a moment in time as you're trying to commit it to memory. The first section. Commit to the Lord whatever you do. Commit to the Lord whatever you do. Commit to the Lord whatever you do. Commit to the Lord, whatever you do. Let's do the second section. And He will establish your plans. 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 Let's put both sections together and say the whole verse. Try to repeat the words that you remember. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. You are doing this. Are you starting to feel more confident about this one? It is time to test your memory with a little game. I'm going to say part of the verse and leave out a word. Your job is to fill in the blank with the missing word. Ready? Blank. To the Lord, whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. What's the missing word? Blank. To the Lord, whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. The answer? Commit. The verse starts with commit to the Lord, whatever you do. When you commit your work, your goals, your dreams to God, you're giving Him control, and He will guide you. Let's do another one. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will blank your plans. What's the missing word? Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will blank your plans. The answer? Establish. The verse says, and He will establish your plans. When you trust God with your plans, He will not only guide you, but set you on the right path for success. Okay, one more. This one has two words missing. Commit to the Lord whatever blank blank, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever blank blank, and He will establish your plans. The answer? You do. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Great job. You're getting the hang of this. Let's wrap up with one final repetition exercise of Proverbs 16:3. Repeat all of the words that you can remember. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Whatever goals or plans you're working on, whether they're big or small, remember that when you commit them to the Lord, He will establish them. It's not about controlling everything. It's about trusting God to lead you in the right direction. Thanks for doing a memorize exercise with Good News at Work. Be sure to visit goodnewsatwork.com to download some free offline practice tools for several verses, and check out our regular podcast to learn more about how to improve Christian habits. Have a great day.